I'm on the treadmill and I'm thinking, I'm 52. Being 50, turning 50 was like I blinked my eyes. I don't know where the last 2 years went. I don't know, but they're gone. And I was really getting so off with myself because I thought, what have I done in the last 2 years that I would turn around, this is your litmus test. Ask you, what have you done? Forget the last 2 years. What have you done in the last year, 6 months, 3 months that is so awesome to you? The changes that you've made, the way that you have improved your life, your relationship with food, your weight, that's so fucking exciting. You would pull a stranger over on the street to tell them about it because you're so proud of yourself. So proud. Now, yeah, I've done a lot and I've done some great things. Would I stop a stranger on the street to tell them? Probably not. It's not that earth-shattering. And I thought, all right, this is it. Shit has to change. So I did my blueprint course. I ran it a couple of days ago now, and it was available prior to me running it. You could purchase it. If you missed it, I'm sorry for you, because now it's only available in F the Scale. The replay is in there. I give you the precise blueprint, because like I said, you're not fucking gonna get nowhere. You're gonna get nowhere without this particular blueprint. And I don't think that I'm so fucking great for coming up with it. Wasn't me. I truly do believe that this was God almost kicking me up the ass and being like, this is your one last chance, honey. If you can't follow this, there's no hope for you. And it's so, I wish I could pull it up in front of me. In fact, I'm going to, because I will just give you a little bit of insight. Because so often we think we want to change our weight, but this is where you're fucking yourself over time and time again. Because if you don't change the other areas that impact your weight and your eating and the emotional eating, you're just going to go right back where you came from, sis. Right back so fast, your head will spin. So the particular areas that I've got, there's 5, is it 3? Yeah, there's 5 areas here that are on this particular blueprint. As I say, I can get this now. You can join F the Scale, pay $19 and you get the whole month. It's only $19 a month. It's $19 a month. So you could stay for a whole month, binge the content, get the blueprint, and then just email the team, go, okay, see, I'm done. I'm like, great, no problem. I'm happy for you. I'd be happy if you did that because I want you to change your life. But I give you the eating codes in this blueprint. We talk about it. You know, you can also get my free course where I do break down the eating codes, but this is a lot more intense inside of F the Scale. Plus, like I say, what to do when you don't want to do it, how to motivate yourself to do this shit when you don't want to do it, because that's the only way to get it done. If you're waiting around to feel like doing this shit, as I say, I'll just see you here this time next year. See ya. I look forward to seeing you exactly where you are, still battling your food, still feeling shit about yourself, still looking in the mirror and thinking, fuck, I wish I could, if only I did. All of that, you'll be exactly fucking there this time next year, because somebody, in this instance me, and I'm not the only one, God gives us so many fucking chances. He never gives up. He doesn't. Just this particular one that's coming to you right now is coming through this podcast. So this blueprint has 5 areas. The first one is the eating codes, and I break down exactly how to follow them so that you can do it with your eyes closed. You can lose weight without thinking about it. And I want to say in your sleep, and I will, because we do lose weight in our sleep, and it will allow you to do that. The next area that's on this blueprint is your goal weight. That's fantastic. I mean, that's so fucking obvious. I could hit you over the head. There's a lot of F-bombs in this podcast, a lot. But I am passionate about it. I can't bleep them all out. All you'd be listening to is bleeps. So your goal weight, yes, it's so obvious. But there's other, listen, I'm going to give you the one area because there's 2 more that are essential. Like I say, essential. Good luck to you without blueprinting out, without mapping out how you're going to tackle these areas, the exact and precise things that you want in these areas. And then I don't give a shit about what you need to do to start getting them. That's the last thing I'm interested in. If you tell me I want to start, if I said to you, how are you going to lose the weight? And you go, well, I need to start eating healthier. I need to go to the gym. No, I'll be like with a big buzzer, wrong. She's out. No, that's the last thing you need to do. Your success is reliant upon the shit that you are going to start taking out of your life before it will ever start to be reliant on what you bring in to your life. Do you know why you haven't lost the weight so far? Because you're trying to do more and more and more and more. I've got to do this and I've got to do that. And now it seems so overwhelming and it seems like so much trouble and your brain is just like high alert. Like I say, red flags are They're flocking everywhere. Red flags are flying left and right. Like they're in a tornado, these red flags. They are going off. There's beacons, there's everything in your brain, and you're like, it's too much, it's too hard, it's too uncomfortable, and I can't handle it. So there you are on the night, another night on the couch with your Doritos. And there's me behind your screen on Instagram. You're scrolling and you're seeing, there's Kylie. Shit, she got up at the time she said she was going to get up again. She went to the gym house, she said she was going to do it again. Because I'm posting that shit. I'm posting because I'm giving you my word. I'm giving you my word. If I can't do it, then you would have a valid excuse to say, yeah, I can't do it. See, even Kylie doesn't do it. So why would I do it if even she doesn't do it? You know, she's supposed to be this like emotional eating person and all the things. If she doesn't do it, fuck, then what hope do I have? I'm fucking doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it and I'm showing you that I'm doing it. So now you got no excuse. All you have to do is connect the dots. Do it with me. It's not hard. But the area that I think a lot of people don't consider when it comes to their weight loss journey and stopping emotional eating, stopping binging, stopping cravings, stopping just the bullshit little snacky eating that we do between meals when we're not even fucking hungry, is emotional resilience. Oh my God, sis. If you don't have no fucking emotional resilience, how, please tell me how are you going to resist the Kit Kat, the cake, the chocolate, the cookies, the ice cream? How are you going to fucking resist it when your boyfriend comes home and you found out that he lost his job? When your man comes home, he's fucking telling you that he's had an affair. When you find out your man had an affair and he never told you. Oh, listen, if you think that I've lived some kind of Disney existence and I'm making shit up, I'm telling you from my experience, from mine. I'm not making up a scenario where you find out the man's had an affair. No, that was my life. That was my life. I found out that he was fucking around. He didn't tell me. There was no transparency. I mean, I kicked his ass out the door, but... And listen, I will preface this, because I always do. My ex-husband and I love each other dearly. The relationship has gone so far way beyond the palaver that it was back then. And he's got a beautiful new partner and I have Phil and everybody's very happy and it's lovely and we see each other all the time. But back then, sister, let me tell you, back then, when things were not good, do you know how I found out what was going on? This was so funny. I was telling my gorgeous hairdresser, Miss Jade, yesterday at the hairdresser, as I was getting my hair did, right? It was glam day. And I said to her, do you know how I found out what was going on? I was on the internet because I was sort of and this is common for females, I was in charge of the banking sort of thing, like the money side of things. Well, the dumbass took a woman to Sydney. We live in South Australia. And he took some rando to Sydney, okay? But the dumbass put all the expenses on the credit card, like he should have, could have, and definitely fucking should have thought that through, because I don't know how he thought that was going to slip under the radar. So they went to like that SeaWorld shit and did whatever, the flights, all the lovely things that they did that day. It was all on the visa. So here's me, right? No, but wait, this gets better. It gets better. And then let me tell you how I found out. This gets better. He left for work that day. Bye, see ya, in his fucking high-vis work gear. He left as per normal in his work gear. The deception was, I mean, you know, I got to hand it to him. Like, you know, he did give the red hot go. He left for work in his work gear, then clearly met this chick. He gets changed, they go on their little plane trip and have a lovely day together. Well, here's me a few weeks later. I'm scouring on the bank, who knows why, right? I'm on the internet banking and I fucking start seeing charges for flights and some bullshit for this SeaWorld. And there was food and the shit like that. But I'm like, fucking SeaWorld, what is going on here? I'm on the phone to the bank like this. Like my fingers were on fire. Ringing the bank. And then I'm like, listen, mate. I said, my card has been compromised. There are some bullshit charges on my credit card and you all need to sort this shit out immediately. And they're like, oh, well, miss, yes, let us cancel the card and we'll do this and blah, 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 and we'll refund that money. So I think that I've done this amazing thing and I've stopped all these charges and oh, look at that awful fraud that's going on. I dropped my little ass into the next room where he's sitting on his computer. I said, babe, you're not going to believe this. Don't use the credit card because it's been cancelled because, oh my God, like all these charges are on there from Sydney. Well, he looks at me and out it comes. I'm like, all right, sunshine. Well, let's wrap this up real fast. That's how I wrapped it. So now with that little piece of information, and I'm sure he's absolutely thrilled that we've put that out into the internet forever. But here's what you've got to understand. You think you've got time. You think, this is what I say when I started today. The last 2 years have flown by, really flown. And the lesson that I've taken from it is that I am going to blink my eyes again and I'll be 55, 57, 63. Do I want that to happen without me just once, going all in, putting in the effort, doing the thing, stretching myself, doing the uncomfortable shit? Because this is what you've got to understand. If you don't have the emotional resilience, I'm not talking about emotional intelligence. I'm talking about emotional resilience. If you haven't mastered that area of your life, and I tell you all how to do it in the blueprint and inside of F the Scale, where you get everything. There's 200 recipes in there. I mean, fuck, this is the best. It should be taught in schools. I really do wish that our government would see this and package this shit up, because it should be taught starting in primary school so that we wouldn't end up running our lives by our emotions every time something happens and doesn't go the way that we want it. Honeys, I'm going to send you tremendous amounts of love. And as always, if you have questions or comments on this, please do leave them below. Like, love, share this episode out on social. Please remember to tag me. And for anybody that does know my ex-husband, don't smack him over the head in the street if you ever see him. He's an angel. And like I said, we have a great relationship now. And I hold no malice towards anybody. As you could hear me laughing, like I think it's hilarious now. Now I think it's hilarious. But when we talk about emotional resilience, you've got to have emotional resilience. Otherwise, you're going to carry that story and morph it and now start getting it confused and making it part of your story. So when people are like, why do you overeat all the time? Well, I mean, I was just so hurt in my marriage and I was just so betrayed. And then this man betrayed me and then another man betrayed. I don't give a fuck. Quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You are the most important thing in your world. I'm going to say this and then we're going to finish it. Because this is a line that I live my life by. I truly do. Many of you will know this. I don't think this was in Sex and the City, but it was in the Sex and the City movie. Maybe the first one. That Samantha says to her hot young guy, Smith, when he wants to marry her, and she just can't bring herself to do it because it's just who she is. And so she gives the ring back to him and she says, I love you, but I love me more. And that is why I will never compromise my standards, especially not for a fucking man, but also for whatever is going on in my life, because I value myself more. I'm sending you tremendous amounts of love. Please do head on over, kyliepax.com, jump into the programs, just have a look at what's there, see if something resonates with you. And with that, when you do that and you really take that shit seriously and stop fucking procrastinating on the things that you know you should be doing, because your conscience is telling you, like, it's not just some made up shit, your conscience is telling you, have a look, take a look at something, make a step, do the thing you're afraid to do. When you do that, when you really do that, that's when you've got what it takes. I'm sending you love. I will see you again next week. Until then, gorgeous ones, bye for now.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to shimmy your butt over to kyliepax.com and sign up for one of my programs so you can start losing your weight now. You'll also find helpful notes and resources in my past podcasts that will help you lose the weight without all the BS drama. I will see you next week.